I think feminism did more to split the Black community than almost anything else. You know, it is a documented fact that Gloria Steinem was paid very well by the CIA to come to Black women and say, you're a woman first and then you're Black. Come burn your bras with us. So when you have a psychological op played on so many levels, that indoctrination, you know, tends to permeate throughout the annals of history, even to this day.
The romanticizing of fathers and the role that they played in the women being safe. I just, from a man's perspective, I respect that y'all think that. I really do. And I hope that that is the case for you guys. I really, really do. I really hope that you all really do find a way to protect your daughters from potentially dangerous men. But from a woman's perspective, you probably wouldn't even know. Because once your daughter gets in the hands of one of these men, you're not going to know until it's too late. FYI, there is not an abuser out there, not a successful abuser out there that presents themselves as an abuser. Most times, you men can't even sniff it out. And I know that you think that you are hound dogs for bad men. And I respect that you think that. I really do. And I'm not being funny. I'm not being sarcastic. I really do respect that you all think that. But from a woman, and once again, unless you got a vagina, you date men, this is something that you're just going to have to listen to. I want you to understand that it will be too late because abuse starts so quietly, so respectfully. That man is going to be the most upstanding guy that you have ever seen. He's got money. He takes care of your daughter. He is well spoken. He's well dressed. All of that. And then he's going to make your daughter start to feel insecure. He is going to take her voice away from her. He is going to do all of the things, all of the steps that abusers make to weave this web that she can not get out of, not without some work. I want you all to understand that you have to learn how abuse works before you can protect your daughters from abuse. So if you really want to be that man that our fathers and grandfathers were not, then I need you to study the cycle of abuse so that you can see it. And then you can actually protect them, do something that they could not do. And so your romanticized version of what a man used to be to his daughter can actually come to fruition. I'm just saying, we have to stop thinking that these things actually happened when they didn't. I can give you a lot of stories. You need to talk to a lot of women with lived experience with abusers and ask them with their fathers that were involved, that had to meet that man. Ask them how they missed it. Once you do that, once you talk to a couple of women like that, now you can come back and say something. But until then, you just don't have it. Like you don't have the experience, you don't have the knowledge to speak for us. But I respect as a man that you see it like that.
Lapeef, I wanted to answer your question on if feminism freed women or just took responsibility or allowed men to not have responsibility. I honestly think that both would apply to a certain degree. It freed women or gave women the illusion of freedom. And then from there, it directly impacted how men not only were seen in society, but what they felt they needed to bring to the table in order to even have a woman or get married and things of that nature. It took a lot of responsibility off of their shoulders. And now we have this world, right, where everything can be 50-50, or a woman can take care of a man doesn't have to do as much because of feminism and what it has been pushed into and what is represented as that today.
What percentage of men do you think are abusers?
I have no idea. I don't
Say
know.
what?
What percentage of men do you think are abusers?
Ask Pretty. I'm not a numbers person. I don't know what to tell you. I know she can answer
Bo,
that.
you can't at least spitball it only because you've just gave out a narrative that would have people believe that the majority of men are abusers. So I
I
think it would be fair just to
no,
give a ballpark of what you think.
I don't. Well, Trev, I didn't say majority. I'm not. I don't do that unless I know for sure.
You didn't say that, but you insinuated when you
I wasn't.
explained how it would be very difficult for us to even decipher if a man is abusive, and you
Yeah.
made it seem as if more men are so than not. That's the message that I got. If any other men uh, got a different idea, please let me know. And that, I'm sure, is what prompted M. White's question as well.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
tell
I
me I'm
appreciate
wrong.
that. What I got from it was how to protect from actual abusers, and that's why I was trying to understand what percentage of men do you feel are actual abusers? Just rough balling, like you said, it doesn't have to be factually accurate. Just in your personal lived experience, what percentage do you feel are abusers?
I don't know.
I throw a number out there. I don't really know. Maybe let's say
Well,
10%.
Google says 3.4 to 15%.
Yeah. Ooh, I was in there.
I think Dave was trying to go ahead, Dave.
Well,
Okay.
so rates of domestic violence against adult women by men partners. This study examines the rate of domestic violence against adult women by men partners. 218 women at two primary care clinics responded anonymously to a questionnaire. 48% reported verbal abuse, 44% minor physical abuse, and 28% severe physical abuse. I don't know.
Go ahead, Dave.
a couple of things. The first thing is, I think feminism did more to split the black community than almost anything else. You know, it is a documented fact that Gloria Steinem was paid very well by the CIA to come to black women and say, "You're a woman first and then you're black. Come burn your bras with us." So when you have a psychological op played on so many levels, that indoctrination, tends to permeate throughout the annals of history, even to this day. Because the truth of the matter is, when feminism got what they needed from black women, they have pretty much left black women in a lurch. Because if feminism cared about black women, then Sandra Bland would not have happened. If feminism cared about black women, then there wouldn't be so many black women fighting for things like the Crown Act because their hair is being policed. So that's one thing. Secondly, I'm a married man. I love my wife. I love my children. I have raised a child to adulthood. And there are certain things in my house, because I can only protect what's happening in my house, and that my children automatically know. And one of them is, I got to give it to Bo. She's 100% right. You don't know if somebody is going to abuse. I also have raised my daughters to live in the world that exists, not the one we wish existed. So, if in fact that were to happen, my daughters automatically know that I have lived a very, very good life, a very clean life, a life that would allow me to stand in front of a jury of my peers and get off. And in the event that I didn't get off, I would still be the hero of the prison, because I promise you, I come from, a father who was born in 1935 and a grandmother who was born in 1904. We don't play that around here. I will kill you and ask questions later. That's how that works. I'm a father. I don't need a study. I don't need to talk to 17,963 women. I need to talk to the two women who are in the next room who call me daddy. And if something happens and I miss it, I'm coming running, and it's going to be some slow singing and some flower bringing. That's that.
In general, how many fathers do you think operate that way?
I have absolutely no idea. Like Bo, I'm not that type of statistician, but for those of us who are active, according to the U.S. Department of, I forgot what it was. I just had a brain fart because I'm middle aged and I'm tired, and y'all keep me up late. But we are supposed to be the most involved and active fathers, but I don't know a father personally, anecdotally speaking, who wouldn't at least maim, if not go further, if it comes to protecting their daughters. Period, point blank. I love the Second Amendment for that very reason.